Hello, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to Facts and Two Cents. I hope you are all having a fantastic day wherever it is you're doing. I hope that you are hearing me well. I'm using new headset, so if you can let me know by give me a little thumbs up and let me know that you can hear me. But my goodness, what a day it's been. I'm hoping that guys have had a chance to watch Heart of Invictus, or at least part of it. And I hope you weren't as crazy as I was. I stayed up all night. I have not gone to sleep yet. I was like, nope, I am staying up and I am gonna watch it at 3 a.m. And now I'm like, what did I watch again? Because my brain is like, oh no, maybe I should have slept and then, watched it early this morning. But, yeah, it's like, nope, I am watching it at 3 a.m. because, in New York, that's when it dropped, midnight Pacific time. And so right now I'm like, you hit that wall. Yeah, that's where I am. So hopefully you guys have had a chance to watch it. I would just love to know what you think, what you think about it. If you've seen the whole thing or even if you haven't, I'd just love to hear your thoughts. I am on my pad today. My computer is out. It's in the shop being fixed actually. They are replacing my whole keypad because, a couple months ago I dropped spilled a whole bunch of water on my computer and a lot of the keys stopped working. So they are fixing it. So I'm picking it up later today. So I'm on my pad. So I don't have any receipts. I don't have pictures, any of that. 'Cause, on mobile devices like pads and phones, StreamYard does not allow us to do that. And so I'm like, StreamYard, get with the program. You gotta get with the program here. So but I thought we would just talk about how to Invictus Day. I'm very excited to hear what you guys thought, if you have seen it, And yeah, there's so many wonderful things. I'm like blown away. I knew it was gonna be good, but then you see it and it's like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And my emotions are all over the place, partly because I haven't slept, but my emotions are all over the place, and it's hard to not be all up in your feelings when you watch something like that. Now, I watched all 5 episodes. Um, oh no, you're not hearing me well. Oh no. Okay. Um, hang on 1 second. Maybe it's louder. Is anybody else having any problems with hearing me? Um, oh no. Let's see. So Claudia is not hearing me well. Let me see. Anyone else having any difficulties hearing me? Let me know. Because again, I'm using new headsets and it's just yes, it's low. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Hang on. Okay. How about now? Is it better now? Is it louder now? Um, oh dear Lord. Yeah, I'm thinking a new headsets would do the trick. How about now? Can you hear me better now? Or maybe I'll just take the headsets off and maybe it'll work better. Hold on 1 second. So if someone give me a thumbs up if they're hearing me better, if okay, Janet says your thumbs up to hearing me better. Um, okay, Lottie can hear me. Okay. Hildy says it's okay there. Carlene is okay. Okay. So okay. Is it low or is it very? I mean, okay. Norma is fine with her. Okay. Okay. Great. Thank you guys for that. Again, I can't hear myself, so it's brand new headsets I just got today. So like maybe okay, it's low. So all right, so let me do this. I'm gonna take my headsets off and hopefully it's better. Hang on. Ugh. Okay, so is it okay? My Sonia said hers is not better. How about this?
I'm not wearing any headsets at all. So hopefully, hopefully you're hearing me better now. Oh, goodness. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so no headsets it is then. Hold on one second. Um, okay, I just turned off the fan, which I forgot to. Okay, so I guess no headsets it is then. There I was thinking, oh, okay, there you go. There I was thinking getting new headsets would help, but there you go. Better without the headsets. So no headsets it is. Thank you guys for helping me. Um, Carlene is like, much better. Okay, fantastic, fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, Man, I just wasted my money. But it is what it is, right? Um, okay. So again, Heart of Invictus. What did you guys think? I'm gonna be staying in the chat for the day. I'm gonna, if you guys want to call in as well, I'm going to put the link in there. And so the link is now in the chat. So if you'd like to call in and share with us your thoughts about Invictus, please do call in. I would love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, so it's I'm like, ooh, there were so many things in there. I was like, oh. Hi. So, anyways, before we even get going, let me just say hello to some of our awesome friends who just helped me out with my headsets, or now lack of. Nalo Thandu is here. Nalo Thandu was the first one hanging out with us. She's hanging out with us from South Africa. Hello, Nalo Thandu. And Kathy Gabby is here, and Janet, and Kenesha, and Carlene. Hi, Carlene. And Compton Caligal, and Auntie Jane, and Lady T, and Dale, and Hildy. Hello, guys. And Avlan. And wait, I did Kenita already. Kenita is here. Let's see who else is in the chat. Let's see, Sonia and Bonnie Mighty and Lottie and Evelyn. Hello, everyone. Um, Claudia Sims. Wait, did I say Claudia? Norma is here. Hi. And all of our other friends will say hello to as they come in. So hopefully more. Thank you, 135 of our closest friends who are here. And if more comes later on, we'll say hello to them as well. But back to Heart of Invictus. What did you guys think? Were you surprised? Anything surprised you? Anything was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know this? Anything that, I would just love to hear your thoughts about it. Hello to our I don't see any of our moderators yet if they are coming, but that's okay. I think we'll be fine. If when our moderators come, we'll say hello to them as well. But I would, let's see, Marjorie said she watched, I only watched the first episode so far, and I'll definitely watch the rest tonight. Yes, well, tell us, Marjorie, what did you think? Oh, we have a caller, someone calling in. Janet Lavalle. Hello, Janet. Let's see. Let's add Janet to the stream here. Hi, Janet. How are you? Janet? Uh-oh. Huh. I am not sure if it's because I don't have headsets on that I'm not hearing Janet. Hold on one second. Hi, Janet. Huh. Can anyone hear Janet? I don't hear her, and I don't see it moving. Hello, Janet. Janet Lavalle, you might be muted, so you might want to unmute yourself. We'd love to hear what you have to say. Let's see. Hang on one second. So, Janet, if you could hear me, unmute yourself, and we would all love to hear your thoughts about Invictus. So, let's see, we'll just put Janet over here for a second. And Janet, so unmute yourself and definitely come in. And let's see, who else is here? Hi, guys. Hi, Karen Warner. Karen Warner is here. Hello, Karen. Um, how are you doing, my dear friend? Let's see who else is here. What you guys are saying about it. It's what happened when you don't know. I don't have my computer and working on this pad. It's just like, oh my goodness. Lesbians, like, how long are the episodes? They seem to be about 40-45 minutes. So, yeah, that's around 40-45 minutes. So it's not long at all. It's very short. And but they just, even though there are five different chapters, it all just bleeds into, the long running storyline, or the theme of it. So it's really, really fantastic. And it features like what's five or six different main, I want to say characters, but main vets. And so Yulia Pivska, which we know from Ukraine, or Tyra, which is our call sign. David Weissman, who he was one of the first men. He actually works with Harry and on Invictus. You would see him, a lot of photos with him in like Colombia and Nigeria. So he does a lot of those, just traveling around, getting especially the new countries coming in for the games. We have Gabriel George, who is American with that lost one arm. He is on it. Also, we have from Canada, we have Daryl Lynn. So Daryl is there. He is from Canada. And also from Korea, we have Na Hyung Yoon. And then from Denmark, we have Kasper Holm Eriksson. And also from the UK, Tom Folwell. So those are like their main people, but they have other people that was part of their team that is on there as well. So yeah, so it is so I don't want to give anything away for those of us who have not seen any of it, especially, but we can just chat and see what we got out of it. Karen is hanging out with us. First of all, hang on, Karen. Let's see if Janet, who is here first, Janet, are you there? Unmute yourself. Let's see if Janet will just add Karen as well. And if Janet isn't there, hi, Karen.
Hi, how are you guys?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Hi, Petal. Hi, Squatties. How are you guys doing?
Good,
Uh,
good,
I hope
good.
everybody had their tissues and everything.
So I'm
I
assuming
have
you watched. Did you watch all of it?
no, I have no, I have to be honest. I think about signing on, but I can't. I can't right now because I gotta stay focused. I know I'm going to be in a mess if I do. Um, because I am going to be tearing up. I'm going to be doing, like it's gonna, you know, it's, like right now, like I'm preparing to go to the Invictus. Plus, I'm kind of closing off, like trying to wind up stuff here.
Hmm.
And I know if I watch it right now, will not be able to do anything.
Oh, I see, I see, I see. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
So, I believe me, it's, I'm in this struggle. I want to, but I know what's going to happen to me.
Hmm.
And I'm in this tug and war thing. So, I said, okay, the best thing is for me to, stay away from it until, I, can just focus on that alone and I don't have anything else to worry about.
Okay.
And so I can be in my zone when I'm watching it and, do my crying and do my everything. And, I, and I don't have anything to get back to, I can just stay in my zone and just go through what I'm going through at the time watching it, because I
Right.
know what was going to happen to me. It happened in Spare, it happened in the documentary, it happened when I'm there at Invictus. So I'm gonna wait until I can just be with that.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
So I just want to
So,
call in and say, I just want to call in and say hi. I'm hearing all the talk about it, and I'm, hearing all the tears and everything that, people have and stuff like that.
mm,
And yeah, and so I understand that, and
yeah.
I just want to think, but it is the experience, and it is the, as I talk about when I came on, to talk about Invictus, it is the experience and it is the feelings that you get when you're there, and
Mm,
when you're meeting these families,
right.
and
Right. Right.
their stories are really great. So enjoy watching it, guys, and just be there with it, just be
Yeah.
there with it. Okay.
Oh, well,
Anyway, so
thank you, Karen. Thank you
you're
for calling and
welcome.
saying
Hi,
hello.
guys.
All right, my
we'll,
dear. Talk to you
we'll
later.
talk soon. Take care, not a
Okay.
problem.
Bye. So I think I'm not sure what's going on with Bonnie. So maybe Bonnie will join us at some point. Maybe her mic isn't working or something. I hope mine is better. Again, working on my pad and not my laptop. So it's um but anyway, Sonia says I've watched all episodes and you need a box of tissues on hand. So Sonia, tell us what you think. Yes, definitely, you definitely can get all up in your feelings. What did you think? I'd love to know some specifics if you like. That would be awesome. So let us know. Hi, Black Queen. Our awesome moderator is here. Hi, Black Queen. So Black Queen says, I started this morning and had to stop. PTSD triggered all the way up. Too much for me right now. Yeah, definitely. And I know, especially if you are sensitive to certain topics like PTSD, can be very triggering because some of it is very, they're very honest and very open. And that's one of the things I loved about it is just the honesty, just the vulnerability of everyone, just sharing, where they are. And so, yeah, definitely, you know yourself, you know what you can handle. And so, if it's not something, definitely watch it in small doses. So, yeah. So, very wise, Black Queen. Um, let's see. But if you want to share, up until that time, when they did, because they with invisible wounds, that's like a whole chapter of itself. And so, yeah, that was very, very eye opening. Just the couple of athletes that really they focused on in for the invisible wounds. So it's very, very, yeah. Yeah, let's see. Lady T says, wow, I'm glad I'm seeing the comments to prepare myself. Yeah, I mean, again, if you are sensitive to, and stuff like this can trigger you, definitely prepare yourself to go. For me, there were emotional parts, but it was for me personally, I didn't feel say triggered by anything. There were definitely moments where it was definitely very sad, very much like wow, for example, like Gabe, watching Gabe because I've always seen Gabe or Gabriel, who the American with who lost his arm, always see him like holding his shoulder, but I didn't realize, until just watching it that he is constantly in pain. That was for me, and I am so averse to pain. I am like, I would do anything to not feel pain, you know? And his whole life is about managing pain and physical pain in the shoulder. And it is just so every time you see him grimace, is because he's literally in pain. And it is just like, I was sitting there like, oh my goodness, and just to see his fight, just to see his, struggle in spite of the pain to just focus on other things. um beside the pain to, be able to accomplish things and all of that stuff. It is amazing to watch. It is absolutely amazing to watch. So let's add Janet. Hey Janet, are you here now? Janet, just in case she just popped back in. So unmute yourself, Janet. We're still not hearing Janet. Oh, I don't know. I'd love to hear from you, but we can't hear you. Yeah. Okay. So check on your mic, Janet, and see if if there's something there um that the reason why we cannot hear you. So check, unmute yourself. Um so Janet, okay, let's try again with Janet. Janet, let's see. Let's see. Hang on one second. Let me add you back. So Janet, are you there? We're still not getting Janet. Okay. Sorry, Janet. Okay, well, hopefully at some point, Janet could sort out her mic and then we can hear what she has to say again. The link is in the chat. I'm going to put it there again. Paste. And the link is in the chat. So definitely, yeah, here it is again. So definitely call in if you'd like. Cookies and Cream, our awesome moderator, is here. Says, I've watched Heart of Invictus. I'm going to watch it again. It's truly phenomenal. Well done, Prince Harry. Can we just say amazing? This is the fourth documentary now we have from Prince Harry. We have the Me You Can't See, we have the Harry and Meghan, we have Live to Lead, and now we have Heart of Invictus. Oh, actually, and then they had the Phoenix, what was it, Rise of the Phoenix or something like that. I mean, Harry is becoming just, really proficient at this, at doing documentaries, and all of them were so amazing, and so I am just, I'm so here with you, Cookies and Cream. Truly phenomenal job. And so, yeah, like you go. And what Harry also had to share about, his life. And it's so funny. Obviously, those in Shutter Island, those reporters, I should say, in Shutter Island are like, they're up in arms because, again, Harry's sharing about his life. But again, if you haven't seen it, it's Harry shares a little bit about his struggle coming back from Afghanistan and not getting the help that he needed at the time until, as he said, he was in a fetal position. Then he was able to sort of go and get help. But but the majority, 90%, 95% of it is about the vets, the other vets. So, and then we got to see a little bit of Harry and his team working behind the scenes. So that was really nice to see as well. Let's see. Marjorie says phantom pain has to be the worst pain. I have lots of patients that after amputation keep complaining of pain to the area, and they feel to the whole limbs that are missing. Wow, I didn't know this. So do you think that's what Gabe is going through? That's wild. It's just really wild to me that, it's been a few years, I guess, that he lost his arm and he's still experiencing really intense pain. Like you literally see him throughout the documentary, just grabbing his shoulder and grimacing in pain. And it's like, I can't imagine having that. So, could it be phantom pain that's wild. That is so wild. Joy says, Gabe's story and his pain will be shared extensively, and not to be a spoiler for those that have not seen the whole series. You will see what Harry does, I guess, with Gabe. Yeah, I don't want to give that away either. I wanted to say it, but I don't want to. But I will say I love their relationship. I love their relationship. And yeah. So I love that. And also to his aunt, like Harry got to spend time with Gabe and his aunt, and it's really great to see his aunt there, and didn't know he had a daughter, and so to see their support of him as well. But yeah, the pain, man. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine living in pain like that. But I hope it's phantom pain. I mean, I don't know that that's any better, because again, even if it is, they're still feeling pain of some kind. So even if it's like a mental thing or something, it's just wild, and testament to him for not just like giving in to the pain, but just going out there and still trying in with everything he has to live in spite of how he feels. So yeah. Um, let's see. All for Success says soldiers without wounds have a tough time. Oh, think nothing is wrong. They should be fine. It's a struggle. Yeah, exactly. It really is a struggle, because sometimes we don't really think of, mentally how that affects us and how badly that affects us. But yeah, um, it's no different if even if you don't have the physical wound. It's like mental torture. So yeah, it is a really really tough time. Let's see. Sherry says she's in the middle of watching episode 2. Well, and enjoy, Sherry. I'm gonna come back to it as well. Again, one of the things I love is like David and JJ, David Wiseman and JJ, both Harry's friends, were in Montecito, and they visited Harry at his house, and then they went hiking. It was just so great to see Harry in his element, because the last time we saw him was with the Harry and Meghan docuseries. And so it was great to see him in his, and hanging out with his friends. And again, it's so great that they were able to do that and nobody knew. you know and you think of all the places that they were able to film, including at the Intrepid Museum. We saw, and again with this, there's Megan is there, but just as a supporter. There's very little of Megan in the docu-series. And it's funny because the some in the British press are, all up in arms. It seemed that Meghan is there because they have a narrative. They had that narrative of how Meghan is taking over the and she's there and taking over all the press, and instead of the veterans. And they had a narrative to go and attack, and all of a sudden they're watching the documentary, and Meghan is literally there supporting Harry, and that's it. And she's featured very little in it. And so all of a sudden they don't have a narrative. And so it's just like, I love how they append their narrative, the British press narratives all the time. So it just really, I thought that was very funny. Let's see. Ansel says these are brave heroes that are prepared to give all to keep us safe. The real heroes. Yes, they are. They really are. Um, let's see. What are some other things that stood out for you in the dark, without giving too much away? Because again, we know some of us are still haven't watched it. I know for me, one of the things that stood out for me was the camaraderie between the teams. It just like, oh my goodness, it just to see the progress of some who just were not, they're not people person. For example, what's his name, from Daryl from Canada, and to see the transformation, from just being a loner, being alone, just completely have he's terrified of, big groups, and definitely terrified to perform or do his sport in front of a large group, and to see his face, how it lights up. I'm telling you, talk about saving lives, man. Invictus literally saved these people's lives. Let's see. Oh, TCC Sun says, hello all. I watched the series and it was wonderful. Tell us what's wonderful about it, TCC son. I want to know what's wonderful about it. Um, Andrew says, hey, Hero Harry is the real deal. He does not need photographers and paid fans to do that which is right. I'm telling you, he really doesn't need any. I mean, Lord, we definitely don't need the British press in any of this. So, yeah, absolutely. Um, what else? Let's see. Little Max says, because so far not much has the UK or the RY, what is RY, in any of the documentaries. Not much of the UK has the UK, or I'm not really sure I understand, Little Mac, what you mean. There was the UK team in it that insofar in that Tom Folwell was one of the featured people on it, and the entire rugby team, because he was playing rugby. And so it was just really amazing to see that team and to see his transformation. It's just like, look at you, you know, and them giving him a leadership, giving him the team to lead it. And the transformation of this man is amazing. And just to see kids, you know, one of his kids has like the British flag painted on his face and everything. I mean, just to see the kids there just really appreciating their parents. Let's see. Sherry says, what stood out for me is the childhood trauma closely related to PTSD. Yes, 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 yes. Exactly. Yeah. And it's wild to watch someone go through when they're triggered, and then to see that come down and how they're able to come down off of it. It's really, yeah. Let's see. Cookies and Cream says, and food, or stuck to Anne. Yes, it mostly will. The Unroyals and their racist goons try pushing the nonsense narrative that the Sussexes are failing and Netflix isn't happy. This debunks their asinine narrative. I mean, the narrative was always ridiculous. I mean, just look at what the Sussexes have done, and again, what they're trying to do is because the others in the UK are failing. They have nothing to offer, so they don't want to be honest about what Harry and Meghan do and the success that they've had. So they try to minimize it, they try to distract from it, they try to do all forms of thing so that people don't understand, or at least the ones that don't want to understand, or the ones that buy into their ridiculous narrative. They all want to buy into the narrative that the Sussexes are failing, because if they believe and push that narrative, then those on Shutter Island who are literally failing right before their eyes, including the king, you know, if they, in other words, they want anything to distract from the fact that Shutter Island royals are failing. So yeah, unbelievable. Well, not really unbelievable, really, but believable. Let's see. Marcia says, my heart goes out to the Ukraine team. Yes. And, it's sad that I wanted to hope that soon after Invictus, that the war would end. But as we know, the war is going on right now. So, and a few days ago, they lost. Although he wasn't a part of the Hague Games, they just lost one of a former Invictus participant or vet. And so yeah, the war is going on, still there. So I don't know how many in Ukraine team is they're on the front lines, but we know last time at least the able-bodied ones, they were going right back to the front line. So yeah, very, very interesting. So definitely keep them in your prayers. Let's see. It's like scrolling up. um One of the things I also loved is just, again, as I mentioned before, Harry's relationship with Gabe. You know, Gabe did an interview where he talked about, actually, people have a whole spread about Gabe. And so the one of the our military one of our military groups here just tweeted about it, you know, about people doing a whole spread on Gabe. And, you know, Gabe talks about his relationship with Harry. And he says his relationship with Harry, they're like buddies. They're like, you know, he sees Harry as a brother. And when you see this documentary, you'll see why, you know, that they, I mean, I love the bond. And we saw it when they were in, at The Hague. And so it's great to know that, you know, they've carried on outside of there. So it's really wonderful to see. Let's see. Cookies and Cream says, everyone, please continue to pray for the Sussexes, each other, and the world. Yes, 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 yes. Especially that crazy and just racist reporters in the British press are inciting hate and physical violence on the Sussexes. We had to report, and I'm so happy a lot of Sussex, the squad responded. Hundreds of them responded, actually. You know, one of the reporters from GB News was inciting violence against Prince Harry. And so we mass reported him to Ofcom, which is the oversight organization for the media, like the broadcast media in the UK. So hopefully they pick it up. But we had to mass report that guy. It was just ridiculous. So yes, definitely, definitely prayers. Um, what else? Um, you know, I mentioned earlier, I mean, definitely you guys, if you someone wants to call in, the link is in the show notes. I don't know, I know Janet's she let me know that her mic is there's something wrong with her mic. As you can tell, something's wrong with mine as well. It's not the best, but you know, hopefully you got it's better than it was earlier. um TCC Sun says, the hard work and the shame that the hard work and the shame that this is experience that is I'm sorry, the hard work and the shame that is experience is real. They work hard for their futures. It's a real struggle. I'm not sure I understand the first part of it, but yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And that's a thing. This whole thing is a struggle. You know, even Harry's, you know, was honest. He's like, you know, what they're doing is great, but he still feels worried about them because you know they're putting themselves in situations that is uncomfortable, it's not natural for them, so it makes him worry even though he knows that's good for them, you know. But as any person who cares, and you know, someone putting themselves out there like the, you know, the athletes are doing it, you know, you do feel a little bit, you know, if you care about them, you of course you'd feel a little concerned, like just to make sure that they're okay, you know. So I could totally understand Harry feeling that way. um, uh, let's see what else is there. There is this in the invisible oh, TCC, oh, there we go. TC Sun, C Sun is calling in, so maybe we can hear from her. Hello, TCC Sun. Hello. Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. You are muted. So unmute yourself, and hopefully we can hear from you. I'm glad. It's good to see different people calling in, and so hopefully I could hear from TCC Sun because we couldn't get Janet. So please work. So if you're hearing me, yep, there we go.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How are
Hi.
you?
Hi, everyone. How's it going? Sorry about that. Yeah, I was having a hard time trying to get unmuted. It wouldn't let me unmute. So that could be what's going on with Janet. The
I
system is,
That's probably it. Yeah.
yeah, it was giving me a hard time. I'm going to say hello to all the squatties. I've been kind of busy this whole summer, so I haven't been able to jump into the chat. But today I purposely took off of work.
Oh my
I didn't
goodness.
schedule anything. I know I'm extreme, but I set the clock. I got up, I took the shower, I got the coffee, I sat in the bed and I said, Netflix, let's do it. So I watched the whole series.
Wait,
And
you started at 3?
I started at 7.
Oh,
I
okay.
started at 7. I'm in the same time zone as you. So I'm in Atlanta. So we're in the
Oh,
same
okay.
time
See,
zone. Yeah.
that is exactly what I should have done, but
Yeah.
fine.
It was absolutely wonderful. And for those that have not seen it, you're gonna find yourself just rooting for the people. You're going to kind of
Mhm.
forget about the country, but you're going to really be rooting for the people.
Right.
And it was just absolutely fabulous across the board. And yes, there are some tear jerkers.
Mhm.
hmm But there are some things like one of the guys, and I'm trying not to get in too deep, but one of the guys, he has an alcoholic issue going on.
Mhm.
And I was rooting for this guy. I mean, I was just, you got this, you can do this. I'm just rooting for it. And he finally revealed it. And
Mhm.
he really has some really tough struggles. And I was like, yes, you got this. You can do this. And there's a lot of different people. They got different things, like you mentioned, Gabe and
Mhm.
Daryl and Vicky and was it Tara, the one who was
Tyra,
captured?
yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh. I mean,
He was
everybody has these struggles. And I'm gonna be honest, and this is a terrible thing for me to say, so I hope somebody truly understands what I'm saying. We do understand the term of PTSD. We've heard it. We think we get it. You know what I mean? Kind of, sort of. But
Mhm.
today, I got it.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got it. I work with a guy, and he used to jokingly say, "All right, now I got PTSD. Don't sneak up on me." I
Right.
used to,
Yep.
and I would look at him and kind of giggle, and I would say, "Yeah, you might, he's a military man. You can't just sneak up on his back or have these loud noises, but it's a lot more than you think it is."
Yep.
You
Yep.
know? So much more, but it was absolutely wonderful. You guys, you're going to sit there, you're going to watch it, you're going to say, okay, I kind of get it, yeah, I understand it. And then as it continues, you're going to say, oh, now it's really making sense. And
Mhm.
even this British media people are trying to be good because you don't curse, those people over there
Mhm.
say, and not the UK people. So if anybody's here from the UK, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the British media people
Right.
that they need something to talk about. And they're saying how Harry has made a couple of comments and brought his personal into it. And looking at all of this, not just looking at Invictus or the last year, but actually looking at this documentary, what these people go through, you there's the only way that he could really truly identify and create this wonderful thing is to actually truly connect to it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And his
Yep.
connection, when he has that conversation and he brings it in, everybody understands, the passing of a parent or a child. And we do understand it, but there are different things that connect. And when he made that one comment about how, it was just like everything exploded, I
Mhm.
was like, oh, there it is. And it didn't matter that he was in his 20s because, as he said, there was no one around him that was trained to even help him out with this
Right.
as a kid. And then as he became an adult, all of a sudden, it kind of blows up in his face. And
Mhm.
he's like, nobody was around. And I kind of think that the British media is kind of stuck on that part that nobody was around to help him, and it's true. And I don't
Yep.
mean to say that because we know how that family can be, but I mean, let's be realistic. They're not trained to help it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're used to the fakeness of Prince William, who has never even gotten help for himself.
Exactly.
And so they're used to the performative thing.
Mhm.
They're not willing. They're
Mhm.
not willing to get away from the stiff upper lip to really see the truth of what
Mhm.
is going on. So that's why they're stuck in that place. They're used to, like, oh, William has heads together. Well, since Harry has left, where is heads together?
Yeah, right. Sure.
Exactly.
But no, I get it. I'm here to tell you guys, once you start looking at it and you're going to say, I understand it, it's a better
Mm-hmm.
understanding. I was listening to Spaces earlier today, and one of the people in there was stating that they should do this for every Invictus game if
Mm-hmm.
it's at all possible. And I truly do agree with her. I really
You mean like
do.
featuring different people and different?
Just yes, just
I'm totally here with that. Yep.
yep,
Yep.
yep.
Yep. Yep.
And just kind of just showing you what their real life struggles are. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not, you know, even after the game is over, they don't go home and everything is okay.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's a continuous thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there were one or two in there that, you know, if it wasn't for the Invictus game, they wouldn't be with us today.
Right. Exactly.
You
Yep.
know, I'm trying to be
JJ
careful what
says
I
that
say.
all the
Yeah.
time. JJ,
Yeah.
Harry's
Yeah.
friend, says that all the time. Yeah.
They
Yeah.
would, they just wouldn't be with us today, and they really do, because some of them, they are, like military people. Now my daughter was in the military. They're military people. They're used to that training. You know what I mean? They're
Mm-hmm.
used to having that purpose, and then when you come out and you're no longer a part of that world, what do you do? And then when
Right.
you know what I mean, and then when you came out, you're completely different than how you were when you went in. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, what do you do now? And I really truly believe the only one that could actually accomplish this Invictus is someone that truly experienced that same feeling.
Right.
And the only one that could do that was Prince Harry. Just my
Exactly.
opinion. Yeah, I think he's the only one that could truly do it. And they
Mm-hmm.
can't say but so much, because our girl, she just pops in and pop out, pops in and
I
pops out. So you can't say that it's all about her. Because
Which
daddy's at work. Okay.
they were aimed and ready. They had everything,
Mhm.
the narratives ready to go, and all of a sudden it's like, you mean she's not dominating it? What do we do now? What do we say?
Oh, you know what? Guarantee. Now, remember, I said this because you're going to have a troll or a deranger out there that is going to actually clock how
um,
many
of
minutes
course, of
that
course.
she has
I'm
shown.
shocked. I mean, I would be surprised if the Daily Mail hasn't already done it, and literally every word that Megan says or not say. I would be shocked if they
Exactly.
haven't already done it.
That we're going to see, and we know for sure that is going to guarantee their
Of
troll
course,
status. Okay.
of course.
My goodness. Thank you so much for that. It's been a wonderful day. And I'm kind of glad I had the opportunity to sit down. I've been kind of running around this summer. And
Hmm.
today I was like, you know what? Here come my September. Me and Invictus, we getting ready to do something here. So,
Yes.
and this is my start of it. So thank you for allowing me to pop in. And I'm so good to be back with the squad.
I'm
I
happy you're
missed
back.
them. Yeah, I missed everyone so, so much. But I'll be popping in on a regular now. Y'all have a
Awesome.
good one. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm
Sure
so happy
thing.
you were able to get on and share. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm so happy that she was able to get her mic stuff together. And so, yeah, that was wonderful. Thank you so much, DCC Sun. Anyone else want to call in? Let me put the link in the chat again. Paste. Okay. If you want to call in, definitely go ahead and just, check your mic, make sure that you are unmuted so that you can chat. And I love what she talked about, really understanding about PTSD and I talked about that on here about doing the play called A Piece of My Heart, where, part of that play was literally going back and living through, at least, in terms of acting, you know, part of the play was about PTSD and the characters really experiencing PTSD. And we were able to talk to a lot of the women who really advised us and stuff like that. And we became really great friends who shared their PTSD stories with us. And it is just harrowing, that it's like you literally relive those things. And one of the things, and not to give anything away, is one of the featured people, he talked about when he gets triggered, like he doesn't know where he is, and it takes someone to help him to, he doesn't know, you get to a place where you don't know what day it is, what country it is, you don't know if you're at war, if you're home. And so when you see a lot of times when it comes to PTSD, you see a lot of times you have a lot of people who come off, the battlefield, and they come, and there's a lot of times where they end up, committing murder. And they, a lot of their partners, or there's like really violent stuff happening there, because a lot of times they get triggered, whoever is around them, it's like they're back there fighting. And a lot of times if the partner is around them, then unfortunately get the brunt of it. So it is really, really a serious thing. And so it's great that Invictus is addressing those things. So people, it's right there. Okay, so when Wendy is calling in. Hi, Wendy. Let's get you on. Hi, Wendy.
Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
welcome.
Thank you. So I did see some of the Heart of Invictus, and it was really, really nice so far.
Oh, wow. How
And
far along are
yeah,
you?
I think I just saw the first two episodes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And is it Russell Myers, that royal reporter
Oh, Russell
from
Myers, yes.
England? Right. So he was on Lorraine this morning, and Ranveer Singh was the presenter,
Uh-huh.
and he only had good things to say. Ranveer was almost in shock. She
Well,
was like just
Russell lies so much, so it's just like, I'm sure she's like, really?
watching him, and he was like that it was so good, and that Harry's in a good spot,
Mm-hmm.
and he thinks that this is where he should be. But yeah, but what I've seen so far, it's really, really good. And
Right.
Harry explained himself, and the other people that were in the clip. It's really something that everyone should see. So
Right.
they really had nothing to say. And he also said, "Oh, Megan isn't dominating. She just comes in a little bit." So I
Which
was
is the
almost shocked.
narrative
He
we
was
know that they wanted. They were all sitting there waiting
right.
to write all of their think pieces about Megan dominating. It's just, I have no idea why these people think the way they think.
I know. So yeah, so I was really surprised that at him.
Yeah.
He was like really soft and like, "Oh, this is where Harry should be. This is what he
Yeah.
really wants. This is his thing." And
Well, well, what about you? Like, is there anything that specifically stood out for you? Like anything for the two episodes that you've seen so far? Anything that maybe surprised you, or it's like, wow, I didn't know this.
no, there was the only thing that stood that he said was, and I understand it now because I followed the royal family way before Meghan came on. I
Mm-hmm.
always liked Harry. And I always said to myself, when he was like acting out, I'm like, these people cannot see that this young man is traumatized. He's hurting. That's why sometimes, all the stories that kept coming out
Mm-hmm.
about him.
Mm-hmm.
And they were also taunting him at times because they
Right.
would specifically go to get it and, make him do things to him, and then he would react. But he's
Right.
been hurting for a long time. And
Mm-hmm.
he said that when he was doing the things he was doing, because first he said that them pulling him out of Afghanistan, he was
Mm-hmm.
really angry. He didn't like that. He
Right.
wanted to be there. He wanted to serve with his men. And then, well, he said he started acting out a little bit. but he didn't understand where it was coming from. And
Mm-hmm.
nobody around him gave him the support
Right.
and the expertise that he needed. And now that he has it, you could see that he's a really totally different person and is in a
Yes.
very good space. So I'm
Yeah.
happy for him that he's now in a really good space because he just needed that, the love from someone which he wasn't getting. And
Right.
now I know that he's in a good space and I'm happy for him. I'm
Yeah.
happy for both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
so
thank
that's
you so
my
much, Wendy.
so I live in London, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna try to go down to the well child. I know I may go
Oh, the
to
well
see
child on the
I see.
7th.
Yeah, I I'm not sure. I want to
If you,
go to
yeah. You mean go to
I'm
the
not
event
sure.
itself? Janet, I see you there, so stay right
No,
there. Hopefully we can get you on. So
yeah,
but
yeah. So
how
that's it.
you have a ticket to go to the event?
No, no, no. I'm just gonna go and be on the outskirts. Just stand
Okay.
outside,
That's there you
like the
go. There you go.
crowd. Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you
And
go and you got some pictures, please share with
yeah,
us.
I'm gonna, yeah, if I do go. Okay then.
Oh,
Thanks.
thank
Good
you so
night.
much, Wendy. Thank you
Okay.
for coming and
Bye.
sharing. Bye.
Okay.
I know it's late in the UK right now. So it's like 8. Well, it's not. It's only like probably like 8 something right now. But Joyce, thank you so much. Joyce Davis, thank you for your donation. She says, I'm watching episode 1 now. They did a great job. It's tear jerking. On a lighter note, Meghan looks so good in that red dress. I agree. And that the red dresses are obviously when they were at the Intrepid Museum when I took a photo and it was just a red blur. Yes, that red dress. And so yeah, so thank you so much for your donation, Joyce. I appreciate your support and your comment. Thank you very much. And Janet Lavalley, let's see if we can get you on. Janet, did you figure out your
Hello.
Hey, there we go. What is it? Four
Oh,
time is a charm?
I know. I've been trying, but maybe because I was in my car driving, I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta call in. I gotta call in." I'm so excited. Hi, Pedro. How are you?
Hi,
Hi,
I'm
Squatty. How's everybody
good.
doing?
How are
Oh
you?
my goodness. Invictus, the heart of Invictus, it is amazing. I think this is the best one yet.
Ah,
Um, I watched. First of all, I was on Space yesterday from 11:30 all the way to like 5:30, 6 o'clock this morning.
oh my gosh, there's a space
Yes.
that late?
So yes,
Oh,
w-
different time zone. Yeah.
we're waiting
Okay.
for Invictus to drop down, which he
Ah.
did around 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
and it was going 10% around and around. I was like, oh my God, it's gonna crash because everybody was trying to watch it. So
Right.
I binge watch up to almost on finish on 5.
Ah.
Yes. So I think I have maybe 5 and one more left so I could, complete the whole series.
Well,
But
actually, it's only 5, so it's
oh,
like
it's only
5 episodes.
5?
Yeah. So you're
Oh
probably almost done.
man. I might have to rewatch it again. There's some parts that maybe I'm gonna watch because Megan's parts I could rewind and see her again some more.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, it was really, really good. I mean, the British media, they are so toxic. It's not even funny because they're trying to make it seem like, oh, if Meghan and Harry gonna give the people time to be part of the series. What they don't understand, or they do understand, they're just acting stupid. That make Harry popping in and out and Meghan present, it makes draw people in so we could get as much people to watch the series and people actually gonna donate or contribute to these men and women and support them so we this Invictus could just continue going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we
Plus,
do
Harry's
need.
he's a vet. This is his
Yes,
story
he's a
too.
vet
Like
and we need
this is
star
also
power.
part of his story.
Exactly. And
Plus, he's producing
People
the whole
just
thing.
we
So there
just
you
need
go.
to start ignoring these people. They
Yeah.
they are not gonna stop. It's just jealousy, jealousy, jealousy. It's not gonna stop at all. So we need to be productive, because once you watch the series, you're gonna see that Harry and Meghan, they are doing stuff behind the scene, and
Mm-hmm.
they are involved. I mean, I don't mean to spoiler alert, but when the friend came to his house, he invited them for them to go hiking. You have to tell a story. And that's what
Mm-hmm.
it is, for us to showcase how much these people go through in order for them to survive. And yes, when the military people come from service, they need to be part of the community. How
Mm-hmm.
are we able to connect them to be part of the community again? Because some of
Right.
them are gone for like 5 years, 10 years, 3 years, 4 years. So they come with all different types of mental illnesses that they didn't have before, that they now, adapted. So we need to try to connect them into the community, and they need support from family and neighbors and community.
Right.
Yeah, so it was really, really good. I mean,
Any specific? Oh, there you go. Go ahead, Gabe.
I
That's exactly what I
mean,
was gonna ask.
I was just crying for him.
Mm,
Yeah, you're gonna cry because it's really, 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 really sad. I mean, I'm not sure how he's gonna go through life with that pain. Uh, uh, um, there was one other relay that he had. He couldn't finish it. The pain was so much. I mean,
mm,
even when he was doing the swimming, he
mm-hmm.
did finish. He finished last, but he made it.
Mm-hmm.
So even when he was doing the dots, the game, it was up to the last minute for him to be number 16 to make it.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't give up on himself, and
Right.
Harry, the whole Invictus, didn't give up on him.
Right.
So it's certain situation that you would just see people and give up on them. But I am so excited that he didn't give up on him. He gave him a chance for them for to keep working with him, keep boosting him up. So that's what the Invictus is all about. Just because they're wounded or limbs are lost, they're not just no good anymore to society. They have a
Right.
purpose, they have a life. So we giving them that life, or we all have an input to support them to be better at some of them do even do better with people with 2 hands and 2 legs.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
wish I had,
So
his drive. It's like,
yeah. And there was another one, the Ukraine team. I think the lady was Tara.
mm-hmm.
I'm not
You, yeah, yeah,
sure if she's found or what's
yes, she
going
is.
on. Oh, she is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was just very, very sad. I mean, you could tell she really loves service, and it's a sacrifice she's willing to do, in regardless if her family is going to be without her, but she's willing to give herself for service. So that
Right.
was so phenomenal. Yeah, she's a
Yeah.
wonderful person. Those are kind of people that you want to meet in life, and just, like, is it real? Yeah. So I mean, kudos to them. Kudos to them.
Yes.
It was really, really great. I mean, you're gonna cry. Um, yeah, you definitely gonna cry. And no matter what these people say about Harry, the Invictus, it's all a lie. It's all a lie. BS, 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 like Nacho said. Yeah. So everybody needs to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really, really do need to watch it and continue to support. And thank you so much for giving us the space for us
You're
to vent,
welcome. I'm happy you're
talk.
on. It's like, I'm
Yes.
hoping you guys will come on more.
Yeah,
Really,
we're
honestly.
not gonna give up. And if the foolishness with the media, if it's gonna take 10 years, let's continue to support, because we're here for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you, squaddies. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome, Janet. Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for not giving up. Look at
I,
you just fighting through and fighting through until you got on. So
I
thank you for
know.
not
I
giving up.
know.
I'm so happy.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much, Janet.
No
And
problem. Bye.
and again, anyone else who wanna call in, definitely come on and share your thoughts about it. And that's the thing too, it's just how much struggle that, you know, that the our vets go through, and they are not giving up. And that's one of the things that really stood out for me with the documentary, is just how honest they are, how just humble and just vulnerable. This is where I am, and they're not pretending for anybody, you know. And that's what I love about it. It's such a family where they can be honest. And I love how, you know, for example, one of them had his team around him, so people who can help him if he gets triggered, to help him to calm down. There are people there to massage. There are people, so they are like, I love how Invictus has set it up, to meet the needs of the people. And you know, and one thing I learned too is how you qualify for the games, because so many people, you know, try out for the games, or you know, apply to be a part of the games. They are looking for the people who need the games the most, not the most, you know, not the fastest runner, not the you know what I mean, the best, you know, the person who can lift, or you know, weights the most, or the best, you know, sitting volleyball. They are looking for those that needs Invictus the most, the ones that are in dire situation, that they feel like, okay, this is can help you live. And so that's who they are going, that's who they pick to be a part of the Invictus games. And it's amazing to see, you know. And so that's why, you know, even though they win the medals and stuff, that's not the important thing, you know, is that they accomplish what they want to accomplish, or they've changed something, or they've experienced, I mean, whatever it is, you know. So that's one of the things I love about the games. Let's see, what else, let's um So apart from the games, and we'll keep talking about the games, other stuff that's happening around the royal world. Obviously, you know, we know next month the games are going to be. One of the wonderful things is that, and I think I posted in our community page, or maybe I forgot to post that, but I mean, if you're on Twitter, please just retweet and love up on the Invictus games. All of the Invictus, like all of their accounts, the different teams, their accounts, they are posting stuff. They are so excited. They're introducing their teams to us, and we are just loving up on them. So definitely continue the love. Ignore the British press. There is nothing they can write that we don't know that they already think. So it's just like, that's why today I was like, please, please, please don't let them distract us. You know, let's just continue to let Heart of Invictus trend. You know, I saw Netflix tweeting about it. They were like, you know, everybody is like really excited about it. It's on, you know, so they're excited. I know I saw the production companies, Violet Films, and I think it's Grain Media. They are tweeting about it, excited that it's coming out. I even just saw a tweet a few minutes ago, just before I came on, from I think it's Rafaela Tibalt or something, who wrote the score for Invictus, tweeting about how honored he or she, I don't know if it's a he or she, is to you know, been given the honor of writing the score. So everyone who's been a part of this, they're so excited. So, and also I know Harry, and I think I posted in our community page, they did a screening Tuesday night for a community, the veterans and USO community in San Diego, and so in Chula Vista. And so one of the wonderful things, you know, Harry popped in. Nobody knew he was coming. So the girls who posted about it, they were so excited and so shocked. They posted little videos, and I think I posted it in our community page, Harry coming up on stage and introducing the film and talking. I think they showed like 2 episodes of it to at the screening. But one of the things she posted, she did a mini thread on Twitter. She talked about how important it is that Harry did what he did and coming and showing up for them, because she said, you know, Chula Vista is not one of those places that you would normally see celebrities. It's one of those towns that kind of nothing happens. So it's kind of like, you know, nobody thinks about Chula Vista. They don't, you know what I mean? Nothing exciting really happens there. So for Harry to take it upon himself to go there and elevate them, they're like, it's a big deal. Because I think people were saying, well, what's the big deal? It's San Diego, whatever. But she was explaining like their community, it's like nobody pays attention to Chula Vista. So for somebody like Harry with his platform to do that, it just really lifted the community so much. And so, and again, I always think of it's those little things why people connect with Harry, why they love him, why they, he's so important to them, because Harry would think to do that, for a community that nobody really thinks about. And so now they're so inspired that he would take it out time out of, and again too, he was just there a couple months ago for the Warrior Games, which obviously we know that's where he got Invictus from. And so he was there and they invited him. He hung out with a lot of the vets that are going to be at Invictus. Warrior Games have been tweeting about Invictus. They just love each other, the two games. And Harry obviously is very open about that's where he got the idea for Invictus and stuff. So they so support each other. And also Harry gave the closing speech for the Warrior Games a couple of months ago when he was there in San Diego. So it's really wonderful that he was able to go back there and do that for that community. So that's happening. What else is happening? Oh, I saw this thing. Again, we can still keep talking about the Heart of Invictus, but just a little bit away from it. I saw that there's this, I guess, an article about Meghan and Harry being the most influential couple in the world. Of course, I mean, does anybody is that even in question? It's like, well, yeah, like the sky is up, like fishes swim in the ocean. Of course, they are the most influential couple. And they said, like, every 3 months they bring in about 1 million. I think that's way beyond that. I think it's way beyond. I think they lowball that one. But definitely, I mean, ahead of like Beyonce and Jay-Z and, Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez and all of these other people that they put in there. It's like, of course. I mean, any and everything Harry does or Meghan, I mean, it just like everyone go crazy. I mean, people are going crazy about an Instagram account that they don't even know if it belongs to Meghan. So it's just like, it's so ridiculous. What else is happening? Oh, it's really weird with this because I didn't realize people were really so up in their feelings about this stuff with Doria going to the charity event with and them hanging out with Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner. So I hope now, I mean, it's been a few days and, I'm assuming you guys have all seen the video with one of Daria's friends who's a lawyer that Daria was actually a guest of her. I think her name is Gina or something. She is a Latina. She's been talking about, I saw the video of her talking about, really focusing on the Latino community, especially, but Daria was a guest of hers and also another girl that was with them. They both were in a picture with Daria actually. And and of course she said, she of course didn't know Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian. And as a lawyer, she was really excited to meet Kim because Kim is also studying law and she also did the law podcast and all of that stuff. So she was really excited to meet them. And she said, Daria is the one that says, oh, you want to meet, Kris? And she introduced Kris Jenner as her friend. So, which is what, when I saw the picture, that's what I got. I got that she was very comfortable with Kris. And that's why I even titled it that they were bonding, because that's what I saw when I saw the picture. I was like, oh, it's just two girls. I mean, it didn't look like two people just taking a picture and that's it. It looked, for me, that it looked like two people who know each other and that they were friends. And so that's the energy that I got from the photo. And so turns out that's what Gina said. And she talked about just Daria being just the sweetest person in the world. And she also talked about Kim, that, but they both actually talked about her, that's so gracious and so kind. And obviously talking about Kim's podcast, the law podcast that she did. I mean, good for her. She listened to all of it. I got through one and I was like, this is too way deep. I need small doses on this one. So who knows if she'll continue with it. But she said that Kim said she's going through the different cases to see what they're going to do, for another season on their podcast. So I hope everyone understands now. I know we all have different feelings about Kris Jenner and the Kardashians, whatever the feelings are. And I saw this incredible video from Oprah that oh, I forgot about that. But on my pad, I can't bring it in. That talks about sometimes we want people to respond to different situations or to people the way we want them to, and it's like, no, the only people who would end up being frustrated in those situations is you or I, if I'm living expecting everyone else to respond to other people or different situations the way I want them to. So it's like we gotta sometimes take a little step back and see, like, we don't know these people. We don't know them. We don't know the people that are in their lives, all the people. And so for me, I'm not surprised at all. And especially, like I even mentioned in the last episode, when Ellen had her birthday and she and Paula had the wedding thing, Kris Jenner was also part of that. So I'm not surprised at all. Again, that's what I thought was happening there. So yeah, so hopefully everyone is clear on that. And kudos. I mean, look, they're all California people. They're all Daria's in the industry. She was married to somebody in the industry. So it stands to reason that they would know. Hollywood, it seems big, but it's very, very small. It's a very small community compared. So everyone kind of knows everyone in this kind of especially they all lived out there in California. So kudos for them. Glad they had a great time. Apparently they all had a great time, raised a lot of money. And Jeff Bezos' girlfriend, I think they were honoring her because she donated and been working with that organization that sort of bringing families back together who got separated at the border. So that was what the whole evening was about. So kudos to them. Anyway, what else is happening? Oh, we were talking about Luis Rubiales and this FA president from Spain, who FIFA has suspended, and now his mother has gone on a hunger strike. And I'm like, lady, please, this is the reason. Talk about sometimes as moms, I know we love our children, but we have to be able to say when our kids did not do right. You can't be doing that when, and that's why patriarchy is so when we have women who have bought into this behavior, it's kind of like my son can do no wrong nonsense. And I'm going to starve myself. And I think even he is telling like, mom, just, chill with that. It's like, lady, you're not helping. You're definitely not helping your son. Helping him would be helping him to see like you hurt somebody, not going on a hunger strike because someone dared to say your son did wrong to them. How is that helping anybody? So, and we know so many people, especially of a certain generation, that have bought in hook, line, and sinker into patriarchy. And that's a lot of reasons why it's still there so prevalent today. And until this whole mess happened with Spain, I had no idea this stuff was happening. I did not know that this mess was going on in Spain. It's been a really big surprise for me. So, and I know, and I think some prosecutor in Spain is now investigating the whole incident. So hopefully soon that stuff is resolved, that Jenny gets her justice that she deserves, and Mama could get out of the church and eat some food and stop being crazy and doing nonsense. It's like, yo, this is not worth your life. It's like, hold your son accountable to what he's done. That is what is helpful. So, lady, get out and eat some food. So there you go. Anyways, a couple more before we end. Let's jump back into chat. And I'm sorry again, I'm on my pad, so I can't bring in any photos or anything like that. But I'm glad we're getting to chat about stuff. Let's see. Oh, if you guys didn't know, apparently, Apartheid Bobby, who's out there, I guess she may have found her like eyelashes, and they've both, along with Dickie Arbiter, all three of them have landed on YouTube. They have now, I think, they have now started a YouTube channel dealing with conspiracy theories in the royal family. I was like, you're part of that, all that lie. So I don't. I'm like, Victoria Arbiter and her eyelashes and Dickie. I'm like, y'all, And I guess now it is settled on her mind that her white woman's tears is not going to work. So now she's like figured out a different way to make money. So, well, good for her. I wish her luck. But that if it's coming from Victoria Arbiter and Dickie Arbiter, I don't even have to say. Anyway, whatever. And I saw that today and I had to laugh. It's like, oh my goodness. So, anyways, let's see what else. Let's see what's in the chat. Cookies and Cream says, a People magazine did an article about Daria and the picture with the Kardashians. They mentioned that the charity and that Daria also took pictures with other people as well. The article wasn't negative. I mean, how are you going to be negative against Mama Doria? I mean, you got to be, people would have to be really stupid to do a negative article about Mama Doria. But yeah, I'm sure that those pictures that are there are just the ones that are posted now. Sure, others might post theirs later, but and there were videos and stuff like that. So, looks like they all had a great time. Kudos to them. And Mama Doria she looks so fabulous. It's like, I love that dress too. Wilson, hello Wilson. Wilson said, great job, Petal, and all the moderators for keeping the platform safe. Our moderators are the absolute best. They are absolute best. So thank you, awesome moderators. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sherry Ware says, Mama needs to get out of church and eat some food. She sure does. I was like, you're sitting there wasting your time. Your stomach is probably growling because you're sitting there being stupid. Like, lady, get out of the church and eat some food. I'm totally vegan, but I'm all about her just getting some steak or something. It's like, stop being ridiculous. That helps nobody. And definitely does not help your son. That's just ridiculous. It's like, geez. Yeah, she does. She did look absolutely beautiful and so calm. I think that's the thing. Everyone's like, she's just so calm and down to earth. She just has this serene, like otherworldly thing happening there, and her dreads and her nose ring and everything. And it's like, I could have just imagined everybody like, can I just hang out with you and just stay with you, Mama Doria? I could totally imagine that. Let's see. Come on, thing, go up already. Let's see. What else is here? Maybe that's it. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Black Queen, and reminding everyone, please take a moment to like and share and subscribe. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Black Queen. I absolutely appreciate you reminding everyone. As you can see, that scrolly bar at the bottom there. Definitely do that. Let's see. I think maybe that's it. Maybe that's anything else. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, let's see. TCC Sun says they're having a major protest about the kiss. It is a big problem in Spain, and Mama needs to go home and let her son become a man. Seriously, 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 seriously. She is so not helping. So not helping. And again, of a certain generation, certain people, they have bought into patriarchy, and this is the thing. It's like, there's a woman who your son has hurt, and you're sitting there going in a church doing a hunger strike because how dare someone dare someone call your son out for what he's done to them? Like, lady, seriously? Let's see. Compton Gallagher says yoga and meditation for Mama Dora. Ooh, well, maybe I'll start doing some yoga and get that serene Mama Doria look. Let's see. Raffaella, hey, Raffaella says, yes, Cookies, Miss Doria is special people. She sure is. And Queen Meghan, I'm telling you, sitting there queening all over California. Let's see. Lady D says she got enough fat on her. It'll take her a while before she starves. I guess you're talking about Rubiella's mom, who is in the church of Bethlehem, is like, I'm going in a hunger strike. Like, lady, please. Well, I guess you mean, I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what her weight is, but hope for her sake. I hope she has enough. If she's not eating, who knows? Maybe she's just saying that, and in private, she's like, give me some pizza or something, some rice and beans. So, anyways, guys, I think that's it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Even though I know my mic is not the best, I should be getting my computer back later today, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I get it back, and we can do a regular episode. But I'm grateful for all of you who called in and shared. Thank you guys, Janet especially. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you all so much for coming on, and Wendy for coming on, Karen for coming on. Who else came on? TCC Sun came on. Thank you all just for coming on and just sharing with us your thoughts about Heart of Invictus. So, you guys, we tried very much not to give away, not to give away anything. So have a great time reading it. Definitely have some tissues. I'm gonna go, again, get some sleep and then watch it again so that I could take in everything, because I know I missed a lot. But anyway, we are all so proud of Prince Harry. I mean, goodness grievances. He just did so good. He did so well with this documentary, and all of them. I mean, talk about it. Harry and Meghan just doing an amazing work and giving us incredible content that will impact people. So great job on them. Thank you all so much to our awesome moderators who are here, and even those who are not, who usually keep our space wonderful and safe, so that way no trolls come among us. I appreciate them so much. Thank you, all of you who support the channel monthly. 2 Cents Crew, I thank you. Because of you, I got these headsets, and I'll figure out how they work better for the next one. But thank you, because the others were falling apart. So thank you. Thank you to all of you who support in the chat, whether it's super thanks, super chat, donations, however you donate. Thank you all so much for your support. Again, it helps so much to be able to do this podcast, to have a Sussex positive podcast. And I'm grateful that you all joined me to hang out and chat about our faves. So anyway, guys, I will chat with you tomorrow. Have a fantastic day. I love you all, and I will see you then. Bye.